Today in government class, we will discuss trade in the global economy. For many years, the United States government encouraged American businesses to sell their products to countries overseas. However, in recent years, Americans actually buy more goods from other countries than they sell to them. Now is a good time to discuss some vocabulary terms related to trade. Import means to buy goods from other countries, while export means to sell goods to other countries. When you import more goods from other countries than you export, it is called a trade deficit. The United States is currently running a trade deficit. When governments want to encourage trade between their countries, they write trade agreements. When they want to discourage trade among their countries, they introduce trade barriers. A trade agreement is just what it sounds like. It is an agreement among two or more countries that increases trade by making it more beneficial for both parties. A trade barrier is an obstacle to trade between two or more nations. A good example of a trade barrier is a tariff, or a tax on imported goods. Tariffs make it more expensive to buy and sell imported products, and therefore discourage trade. Now we will look at a couple of examples of trade agreements from around the world. The Asian-Pacific Economic Cooperation, also known as the APEC, began in 1989 to promote economic growth and trade cooperation in the Pacific Rim. Its first meeting included Australia, Brunei, Jerusalem, Canada, Indonesia, Japan, South Korea, Malaysia, New Zealand, the Philippines, Singapore, Thailand, and the United States. These countries discussed ways to cooperate in this fast-growing region. Over time, the APEC has worked together to quickly and safely move goods between member countries and create new jobs. In order to make new policies, all the member countries must agree. This is called a consensus. Another example is the European Union, or EU. The EU was created in 1993. Its purpose is to promote cooperation in both economics and politics among European countries. The EU has a common currency known as the euro. There are no trade barriers between countries in the European Union. In 1994, the United States, Canada, and Mexico agreed to the North American Free Trade Agreement, or NAFTA. This agreement removed most trade barriers among the three countries. Overall, the agreement has increased trade among the three countries, especially for agricultural products. In general, citizens and politicians in the United States disagree about international trade. Some Americans want the United States to increase trade with other countries in order to lower labor costs, while others prefer more trade barriers to protect U.S. industries and workers. Historically, trade barriers have been shown to slow economic growth and development. An example of this is the Great Depression of the 1930s. In response to the financial crisis, many countries around the world increased tariffs to protect their industries and to earn money by taxing other countries. The result was decreased world trade, which ended up hurting the countries' economies as they couldn't sustain themselves without money being made by selling goods to other countries. And ultimately, this prolonged the Great Depression.